So you think the main question I asked is negotiation with Taliban. The mistake which the Bush administration did was withdrawing of soldiers very quickly from Afghanistan.
Yes.
But now it is said by the diplomats and by the politicians of United States, and especially in the United Kingdom, I don't think so in the United Kingdom, but in the United States, there is a big warning to them that the negotiation with Taliban in Pakistan will legitimize again, once again, the Taliban in Pakistan, which will affect very badly in Afghanistan.
Well, we can't let that happen, and the Pakistani...
It's going on. They're requested. The People's Party
has requested a negotiation with the Taliban?
Yeah, they won the big seats in the parliament election in Pakistan this year.
Yes,
and they are trying to negotiate with Taliban.
I don't think they're going to negotiate like as you're talking about. Anyway, the 2006 deal in the tribal areas that President Musharraf made with the Taliban was a big mistake, terrible mistake, and we can't repeat that again.
Thank you for that.
President Musharraf even said that to me when I saw him last week.
So it was a mistake.
Yes.
How about the Afghanistan? How do you think, how important Afghanistan is for the war?
Afghanistan is very important for the world. It's one of those strange places where it's so remote and it's so poor, and yet what happens here affects the rest of the world because of its location, because of its history.
What is your message for those allies of NATO that they are refusing to be sent in the southern provinces because they're in a thought, in a belief that they're just here for peacekeeping, not for fighting terrorism?
I don't personally believe that these arrangements whereby each country decides what it will and won't do are a good idea. We have to have a single, integrated international command. And I think they're moving slowly that way.
What do you think about the future of Afghanistan if there are these arguments between the allies of NATO?
I think that the future of Afghanistan is hopeful. And in the end, it depends on its own people.
Why do you think Taliban is so strong?
I think the Taliban, first of all, I don't think the Taliban is so strong. They are reduced to suicide bombing a lot of the time, and that's a weapon of weak people. It never wins over friends. Suicide bombing is no way to gain support. They are not as strong as the forces against them. The overwhelming majority of the Afghan people do not want the return of the Taliban.
But I will go on Musa Kale, if you remember the deal of Musa Kale between Taliban and the British troops. Wasn't that also a mistake, same like what the Pervez Musharraf administration did?
Yep, that was a mistake, exactly the same kind of mistake. I quite agree.
Why do you think the poppy crops are much bigger in Helmand province, while there are a lot of troops of Brit troops there?
I think the Taliban stronghold was down there, and the British made a mistake, perhaps, in making these deals.
Before you say there are corruptions and there are some of the government members which are taking the benefit of drugs in Afghanistan, how do you think we can stop them?
Stop who?
The people who are in the government and they're also taking the benefit of drugs in Afghanistan.
The government must crack down on corruption, and that means starting inside their own house.
So, okay. And the last question that I'm going to ask you, it is that people are in a belief, in a thought that if there is an involvement of the United States in Iran, politically or through army or military, Afghanistan will be destabilized. What's your idea on that?
If there's an international involvement in Iran, you say?
No, the United States involvement in Iran.
I don't think the U.S. is going to attack Iran. I think that's not going to happen.
Even if they say if they be involved politically in Iran, there will be a destabilizing situation in Afghanistan.
I don't know what the effect would be on Afghanistan, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It's going to, I think you would be, if there be a chance for you to be the Foreign Secretary of States in the United States, what would be your first to be done through Afghanistan or towards Afghanistan?
My own view is that Afghanistan needs to get more international support, and its own government needs to perform more effectively to clean out corruption and go after drug lords. But that Afghanistan has done some wonderful things, including this wonderful television arrangement of Tolo. This is a wonderful example of entrepreneurial skills by young Afghans who came back from overseas in some cases and created this wonderful network of television programs and news and discussion. This is Afghanistan at its best. But there's so much more of this that can be done, that should be done, that must be done.
In one question, if you were able to answer about the freedom of speech and freedom of media in Afghanistan, how do you see that in Afghanistan? How is it going on with the Ministry of Culture and Information?
Well, this television station is testimony to the fact that it exists, but I think that the people in Afghanistan need to realize that a free press, free discussion is a vitally important part of a free society.
And I said last question, but I asked more questions. It is a question that I need your view on that. Who would be very beneficial for Afghanistan among Senator McCain, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama?
All three of them.
That's a good message for the people of Afghanistan.
All I can say to the people of Afghanistan is that one of those three people will be president, and all three people want to increase our support of Afghanistan.
Thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
But at the end, if you want to send your message to the people of Afghanistan through Thriller TV, you are.
Well, I think this is a great television station. It helps create a dialogue. People should discuss the issues among themselves, and Tolo TV is one of the best places to do that.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.